Good afternoon, Arthur Simonetti from DSM. How are you
Good
today?
afternoon. Very fine, fine, thank you.
That's great. Arthur, thanks very much for joining us today. Maybe you can tell the audience who you are, the guys who haven't seen you during the NEMA award.
Well, my name is Arthur Simonetti. I'm working for DSM as a marketing director in a corporate unit called DSM Excellence in Marketing and Sales. And we support the business groups of DSM in becoming better and more excellent in marketing and sales activities. I worked with the company for a long time. I've made many different steps in my career, but the longest time I'm in marketing in different business positions within DSM.
Okay, great. Arthur, that's something that I always wanted to ask. DSM is very much industry, really B2B organization. How come that DSM is so much focused on marketing and sales excellence?
That's a good question, and I think that what we noticed, say, in our latest business strategic dialogue around 2005, is that we have so many innovations and so many new technical developments, because most of our innovations start from a technical perspective. And we discovered that all these type of great innovations in the end need to be bought. And then we realized that to make sure that our customers needed or wanted it, marketing and sales plays a very prominent role. And that at that time we realized that we were not that good in marketing and sales, and that we should start from the market and start from the customers in our whole thinking. And at that time it was decided that we could improve there, and an excellence center was born, and a stronger focus on all the marketing and sales activities became implemented in the business groups.
Interesting, because one of the things that really triggered me in your description of the presentation you're going to give is that, and I keep on seeing it in different conversations, talking to you or other people at your company, customer centricity is very high on your agendas. Mm-hmm. But still, you have about 10 or 11 different business units. How do you make sure from the place where you are located at the headquarters at Sittard, how do you make sure that all different business units are really customer-centric oriented, are really directing the marketing really towards customer-centric actions and not really inside out?
Yes, I have to say you cannot control it from the head office. It would be a little bit arrogant to say that you can control customer centricity or even create marketing excellence from a corporate staff department. I don't believe in that as well. That's also one of the reasons why I joined the corporate staff department, because I came from the business and I thought also there customer centricity, but then from corporate staff towards the business group is essential. And what you see is that a lot of business groups really focus on their customers. But what we also noticed is that new techniques, new ways of thinking have become mainstream also in the domain of functional excellence and excellence in marketing and sales. And what we try to do as a corporate entity is to leverage the best practices of the different business groups and try to learn as fast as possible from each other. So if you look at a company like DSM with 23,000 employees, it's not that we do not have all kind of examples and all type of activities that would fit into excellence in marketing or excellence in sales, but most of those new things are scattered, and you want to combine them as fast as possible. You want to collaborate with speed, and that's one of our main tasks. Our main task is to leverage best practices, and the other thing is that also look outside and try to incorporate new learnings from other organizations and also from our competitors. And the way we try to accommodate that is that we have developed so-called functional programs or programs that work closely with the business group to make a behavioral change in the way they do their business. And we have many kind of examples and many kind of programs. So we develop programs, we sell the programs. So also the business groups, they do not need to work with us. They pay for us. And that's one of the guarantees that we should deliver value. And the fact that we have in our group more than 35 senior consultants that support the business groups is for me the evidence that we add value.
Exactly, yeah. And basically we see that actually in the digital transformation, being a customer centric, knowing exactly what is the customers, what are the leads, how do they behave online, and how do we actually lead them in our buyer journey or sales journey, it's extremely important. Arthur, in this transformation, what you just discussed, I mean, you just won as the first company the B2B NEMA Awards. You also applied for the B2B Marketing Awards that we'll know in 13 March if you're going to win this one as well or not. But what's interesting to me, and I think also to the audience, you are very experienced marketeers. You're leading this team. What are the 3 top tips that you can share with our audience from your key learning to transform to digital, transform to customer centric, and make this, the change management? What are the things that you can share with us?
Yeah, I can share many tips, but let me start with the things that I find myself always very important. The first thing is, when you talk about your customers, do we really understand our customers? Do we really make a thorough investigation of where our customers are and who they are and to whom they listen to? And I think that in many cases we look at markets only from a number perspective.
Yeah.
And I think that the best tip is that don't look at the numbers anymore, but look at the people.
Yeah.
And the personas. And I think that that's one of the things in the digital which I like very much, is that you try to define your customers and also the decision-making units into personas.
Yeah.
And that's one element which I think is very, very important.
Yeah. Second?
The second tip is that it's related to what I see as one of the biggest challenges in marketing is value propositions. And we try to focus, and maybe in the B2B world, too much on what I would call the functional benefits. And what we realize more and more is that we are dealing with people, and these people have emotions, and therefore emotional benefits are more and more important. And I think that in every product or in every proposition or even in every story you would tell to your customers, you should think about the emotions you would like to trigger. It's not always easy, but I believe that both in your products as in your stories, you should identify the emotional connection and the emotional benefits.
Yeah. The third tip?
And the last one is, what you measure is what you get.
Exactly.
And I think that what you see both in the marketing and sales discipline more and more is that KPIs and very defined KPIs are very essential to steer your activities. And I think that digital is one of the great advantages because you can measure everything.
Yeah.
And I think that measuring your activities and defining your KPIs will eventually help you to also increase your return on investments of your marketing and sales activities.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's already 3 really good tips. Just before we round up this conversation, Arthur, you're going to speak at our forum. We're really excited about having you as a speaker. Can you actually give the audience and let's say a brief description? What are you going to discuss and why they should not miss your presentation?
Yes. Now let me start that I think that one of the things is very important, that we should avoid talking any longer about marketing and sales. I think that the say split or the barrier between those two functions is a little bit old-fashioned and should disappear. I would rather talk about the customer centricity professional, and I think whether you come from the marketing angle or whether you come from the sales angle, we should both be focused on the customer and putting the customer central in all our activities. And I also think that our agenda should change. I think that what I would like to bring to the table is really something on that our agenda for marketing and sales professional should focus on 3 E's. We should explore, and explore I mean really look into your markets and understand and collect all the data, internal and external, to get a 360 view of your customer. I think that the second E is engage. We should engage more, and engage means that we should become part of the conversation with our customers, and that means that you have to bring good content, and that you also need to know where those conversations take place, so that you become a trusted source to engage with your customers. And the last part is excite, the third E, and excite means for me that you also make sure that you have a reinforcement of your messages in all the different channels you use, and that requires integration and orchestration. And what I will do in my talk is I will give you live examples of DSM, how we try to bring explore to life, how we try to bring engage to life, and how we try to excite our customers. And if we are able to change our agenda for the next coming years to these 3 E's, we really become a true customer-centric professional.
Arthur, thanks very much. We're looking forward to see you on stage. The 13th of March in the Fabriek Marsen, we'll see Arthur presenting this story to us. Thank you very much.
I'm looking forward to it, Shimon. Thank you very much.
We too.